My name is Mara Ellis, 39 years old, and I've spent most of my life behind a gavel, watching truths unfold and lies collapse. You'd think I'd be numb to judgment by now, but nothing stings like the kind delivered with a sister's grin. The engagement party was lavish. Crystal chandeliers cast a warm glow, glasses clinked, and a live band played softly in the background. My sister Elise's fiancé's family filled the room, all polished smiles and tailored suits, exuding effortless wealth. And then there was me, the older sister no one seemed to notice, labeled the quiet one like it was a flaw. I arrived on time, dressed in simple navy blue, my courtroom uniform, hoping to blend in, but that hope faded fast. As I crossed the room toward the bar, Elise caught my eye. She tilted her head, flashed a smile that wasn't welcoming, and whispered to her giggling friends. They turned, their gazes curious, amused, dismissive. I didn't flinch. I've faced down smug defendants and broken families in court, but that night, under the chandelier's light and their judgment, I felt a different cut. The worst betrayals come from those who know exactly where to strike. Family. People often mistake silence for weakness, thinking if you don't react, you lack strength. But I learned early that staying invisible was my shield, a way to survive. Growing up with Elise meant mastering the art of fading into the background. She was the vibrant one, the charmer, the one who could twist a story to her favor with a pout or a laugh. Your sister's got such sparkle, Mom would say, usually after Elise dodged trouble with a clever excuse. I was the serious one, the oddball who buried herself in books and challenged teachers' logic. By high school, Elise had branded me dull, hosting parties I wasn't invited to, joking I was raised by the library. At family dinners, Mom chuckled. Mara just doesn't know how to have fun, while Dad nodded, engrossed in his paper. No one asked what I dreamed of, where I went after school, as long as I stayed out of the way. So I studied. I vanished into law texts and courtroom strategies, learning to dismantle arguments with a steady voice while Elise chased college parties and flunked her marketing degree. I graduated early, earned a law school spot with no fanfare from home. When the acceptance letter came, Elise smirked. So you're becoming one of those dry courtroom types, huh? I didn't respond. I didn't need to. After law school, I moved states, clerked for a state judge, and prosecuted fraud cases until my name gained weight in legal circles. At 37, I was appointed to the bench, the youngest in my circuit. The local paper ran my story, my photo in robes on the front page. I sent it to my parents. No call, no congratulations, just silence, a familiar echo. I saw Elise sparingly after that. Weddings, holidays when Mom insisted we play nice. She'd arrive in glitter and heels, spinning tales of her exhausting social life, while I sat quietly, wondering how someone so loud could say so little of value. We hadn't spoken in over a year when her invitation arrived. A glossy card with gold trim, smelling of rose perfume, announcing her engagement to Daniel Reed. No mention of me, no +1, just a text. Hey sis, no pressure to come if you're busy. Daniel's family is elite. Don't wear anything too stiff, okay? XXXE. Too stiff lingered with me. She had no clue how significant I'd become. How many trembled calling me Your Honor. She still saw me as the awkward girl in thrift store clothes. But I bought a dress, navy elegant, not flashy, and booked my own travel, declining her hotel offer. For the first time in years, I stepped back into the fray, not to shrink, but to break the silence that had followed me. The venue was a sleek mansion with manicured lawns and valet service, the kind of place rented to impress. Elise's name shone in gold on the welcome sign, Daniel's in smaller print, telling me who held the power. I arrived 5 minutes early, my habit, and watched from the car as guests streamed in, laughing, adjusting cufflinks, unaware of me. Inside, the room buzzed with polished shoes and rehearsed smiles orbiting Elise like she was the center. She looked stunning, I'll admit, but beauty and substance rarely align. My parents were there. Dad's hair grayer, Mom in a dress too young, wearing a necklace I'd sent years ago unacknowledged. She saw me, smiled vaguely like I was a stranger, then turned away. I found a corner seat, half hidden by a floral arrangement, content to be overlooked. They didn't want me visible, and I'd outgrown needing their gaze. Then Elise spotted me. In full hostess mode, air kisses, fake laughs, she approached. Well, look who showed up, she said, voice syrupy. Didn't think this was your scene. It's not usually, I replied, mirroring her smile. She eyed my dress. Navy? Bold for a party. I didn't explain. It was my armor. Someone had to balance the palette, I said. She blinked, unsure, then leaned in. Just don't make it awkward, okay? Daniel's family asks a lot of questions. Maybe they'll get real answers, I shot back. She laughed loudly, waving it off. Classic Mara, always intense. Later, during dinner, Daniel approached while I picked at cold salmon. Tall, polished, he smiled thinly. Mara, right? Elise's sister. I nodded. She doesn't mention you much. Close. We're sisters, I said. He chuckled awkwardly. She said you do something in law. I tilted my head. Something like that. He pressed. County clerk or admin? I let the silence build. No, I said finally. I'm a judge. The room stilled. A voice from the left gasped. Judge Ellis? Phones emerged. Searches began. Daniel froze. You're a judge? I nodded. Superior Court, Ninth Circuit. His hand dropped from Elise. She stammered. You never made it that far. A woman near the bar added. She ruled on the Carter case. National news. Whispers rose. Elise's face fell. I stood slowly, folded my napkin, and walked out, leaving their shock behind. The night air felt free. My phone buzzing with texts from Elise and Mom. I didn't reply. They hadn't asked who I was for years. The engagement party's stunned silence still echoed as I drove away with my friend Lena. Daniel's frozen stare and Elise's faltering smile replaying like a quiet victory. I woke each morning in my modest office, the court summons beside a $15,000 case bonus, symbols of my hidden role and mounting family tension. The family divide, their mockery, my unexpected title, their shocked pause, had shifted, and I was ready to seize the moment, turning their dismissal into respect. The path ahead was intense, but my resolve was unshakable. The days after the party brought a surge of momentum. Daniel called, his tone uncertain. Judge Ellis, we need your advice on a case. I agreed, a $50,000 consulting role with his firm, my past resurfacing. I framed the contract, a shield against family doubts. I texted Elise the news. I'm consulting for Daniel's firm. But she replied, nice try, still a bore, her sarcasm cutting. I saved it, my determination stealing. Lena suggested a family meeting, and I planned it, my strategy taking shape. I posted on LinkedIn, legal consulting role. Its views hitting 250, comments like impressive move. Lifting me. I saved them, my network growing. Mom called, her voice shaky. Daniel knows you? What's this judge thing? I stayed calm. I've been on the bench, Mom. She sighed, don't upset Elise. I hung up, calling Lena, who advised recording talks. I logged a call with Dad, who grunted. A judge? Prove it. His doubt fueling me. I enrolled in a judicial ethics course, aiming for credibility, and practiced a family explanation, my voice steadying. I tweeted, rising with justice, hinting at family slights, its retweets reaching 400. Comments cheered, stand tall. I saved them, my presence amplifying. At work, my revelation gained traction. The consulting role grew to $75,000, and I reviewed a complex fraud case, earning praise for my rulings. Daniel said, Mara, you're a force, unaware of Elise's view. I presented the case, and the court awarded a $10,000 bonus, my influence rising. I vlogged, judging my path, teasing my rise, its views hitting 300. Mr. Carter, a senior judge, connected me with a prosecutor, Ms. Lee, who offered support, my reach widening. The tension intensified. Elise texted. Dad's rattled. Explain. I stayed silent, focusing on the family prep, compiling my achievements. The course earned me a certificate, and I shared it on Twitter, its retweets hitting 700, comments lauding, legal legend. I saved them, my credibility mounting. Dad invited me to a family dinner. Elise wants answers. Bring proof. His tone strained, my opportunity nearing. The family dinner convened at Mom's house, Yusuf, Aisha, Elise, Dad, and an aunt present. Over soup, Dad opened. Daniel's claim is wild. You're no judge. Elise added, still our dull sister. I stayed calm, presenting my portfolio, consulting deal certificate bonus. I've been a judge for 2 years, I said. The room tensed, and I played Lena's voicemail. Mara, you're the real deal. Their faces shifted, my case undeniable. My revelation spread. Ms. Lee backed a $100,000 justice initiative, and the court offered a $125,000 retainer, my earnings soaring. I tweeted, from mockery to mastery, sharing my journey, its retweets hitting 1,000. Comments cheered. You're a star. I saved them, my voice resounding. Lena drafted a family apology, holding it as leverage. The dinner ended with Mom's reluctant, we didn't know, a crack in their wall. The next family event, a cousin's wedding, loomed. I arrived with Lena, my presence firm, dressed in a suit from my bonus. Elise greeted, Dad's curious, her tone softer. Mid-event, Daniel spoke. Judge Ellis shaped my firm's case. The crowd hushed, my family's table freezing. I smiled. Thank you, Daniel. The moment ended, and I met their stunned stares. Dad's nod, Elise's flush. Their mockery had hurt, but this moment promised respect. The wedding marked a turn, and I awaited their next move, regret or admiration, with cautious hope. They wouldn't expect my authority, and I was ready to uphold it. The wedding's hushed awe still lingered as I left with Lena, Daniel's words and my family's stunned expressions replaying like a rising tide. I woke each morning in my expanded office, the $125,000 retainer framed beside an old gavel. Symbols of my hidden authority and evolving family tension. The family divide, their surprise, my proven role, their reluctant shift, had reached a crescendo, and I was ready to assert my place, turning their mockery into a testament of strength. The path ahead was pivotal, but my resolve was ironclad. The days after the wedding brought a wave of recognition. The Justice Initiative grew to $250,000, appointing me a regional overseer, and Ms. Lee's support secured a $500,000 legal aid grant. I displayed the agreements, proof of my worth. I texted Elise the update. I'm overseeing regionally, but she replied, Dad's skeptical, her tone guarded. I saved it, my determination stealing. Lena pushed for a family reconciliation, and I scheduled it, my plan advancing. I posted on LinkedIn, Regional Justice Overseer, its views hitting 400, comments like true leader, boosting me. I saved them, my network strengthening. Dad called, his voice tentative. Daniel's serious. What did you do? I held firm. I've been a judge, Dad. He paused. We need to talk. I hung up, calling Lena, who advised a public reveal, and I recorded it, her voice steady. You're in command. I studied judicial reform, enrolling in a course, and drafted a reconciliation speech, my influence growing. I updated my Twitter, ruling with respect, hinting at family dynamics, its retweets reaching 1,200. Comments supported. Take the lead. I saved them, my voice resonating. At work, my authority deepened. The $250,000 initiative won a $750,000 federal match, and my court's caseload hit $1 million. Ms. Lee praised, Mara, you're a cornerstone, unaware of my family's past. I presented the match, and the court gained a $20,000 bonus, my reach expanding. I vlogged, judging with power, teasing my journey, its views hitting 600. Mr. Carter connected me with a senator, Ms. Patel, who offered a role, my platform growing. The tension rose. Elise called. Dad wants peace. Can we meet? I countered, with proof. She sighed. I'll set it up. I focused on the reconciliation prep, compiling my achievements, retainer, match, grant. The course earned me a diploma, and I shared it on Twitter, its retweets hitting 1,800, comments lauding, justice icon. I saved them, my reputation soaring. The reconciliation loomed, and I arrived with my portfolio, nerve steady. The family reconciliation convened at a neutral hall. Yusuf, Aisha, Elise, Dad, and a cousin present. Over tea, Dad opened. Daniel's story is hard to believe. You're no judge. Elise added. Still our quiet one. I stayed calm, presenting my portfolio. $125,000 retainer, $750,000 match, diploma. I've led the court for 2 years, I said. The room tensed, and I played Lena's voicemail. Mara, you're the authority. Their faces shifted, my case unshakable. My authority spread. Ms. Patel backed a $1 million judicial program, and the court promoted me to senior judge, my earnings peaking. I tweeted. From mockery to might, sharing my rise, its retweets hitting 2,500. Comments cheered. You're unstoppable. I saved them, my voice a beacon. Lena drafted a family recognition, holding it as leverage. The reconciliation ended with Elise's reluctant, "We misjudged you," a crack in their pride. The community event's odd pause still lingered as I drove home with Lena, Daniel's announcement and my family's respectful nods replaying like a victorious end. I woke each morning in my upgraded office, the $125,000 retainer framed beside a worn law book. Symbols of my journey from mockery to triumph. The family divide, their acceptance, my proven authority, their quiet retreat, had reached its conclusion, and I was ready to cement my victory, turning their slight into a legacy of pride. The path had forged me, and my strength had prevailed. The days after the event brought a flood of success. The court promoted me to chief judge with a $750,000 salary, and Ms. Patel's program secured a $1.5 million justice fund. I displayed the offers, proof of my worth. I texted Elise the news. I'm chief judge now. And she replied, Dad's in awe, a rare warmth. I saved it, my hope solidified. Lena suggested a family celebration, and I planned it, my win complete. I posted on LinkedIn, Chief Justice role. Its views hitting 1,000, comments like inspiring rise, lifting me. I saved them, my network a fortress. Elise called, her tone softened. Mom wants to celebrate. Will you come? I smiled, yes Elise. Dad texted. We're sorry Mara, our bond healing. I called Lena, who cheered my journey, and I recorded it, her voice bright. You've changed everything. I launched a legal aid fund, donating $50,000, my success reaching beyond myself. I updated my Twitter, from slight to strength, sharing my rise, its retweets hitting 3,000. Comments cheered. You're a hero. I saved them, my voice a global call. At work, my triumph deepened. The $1.5 million fund led to a $2 million court renovation, and my circuit merged with a regional body, valuing it at $8 million. Ms. Patel offered a $75,000 bonus, and the state added a $150,000 award. I presented the merger, and the court granted me a 25% stake. I vlogged, ruling with honor. Its views hitting 1,200, sharing my story's heart. The Attorney General invited me to a national summit, my influence soaring. The family celebration convened at a grand venue. Yusuf, Aisha, Elise, Dad, and friends present. Over dinner, Mom opened. We were wrong about you, Mara. Elise added, we're proud. I stayed calm, presenting my achievements. $750,000 roll, $2 million fund. This is my triumph, I said. The room warmed, and I played Lena's voicemail. Mara, you're a leader. Their eyes shone, my case clear. My triumph spread. The national summit earned me a $200,000 honorarium, and my circuit's value rose 60%, my leadership set. I tweeted, rising with respect. Its retweets hitting 4,000, comments lauding, true judge. I saved them, my reputation firm. Lena organized a family photo, a sign of unity. The celebration ended with Dad's hug. You're our chief, a healing moment. The next summit became my stage for closure. I arrived in a tailored suit, my presence strong. Elise toasted. Tamara our judge, and Mom nodded. We're amazed. Mid-summit, Daniel spoke. Judge Ellis redefined justice. The room paused, lights bright. I smiled. Thank you, Daniel. The moment ended, and I faced their proud stares, Dad's tears, Elise's grin. Their mockery had stung, but every ruling, every sorry, every dollar earned had healed it. My fight was about proving my worth, not breaking them, and now I shared that lesson. If you've faced family doubt or risen silently, this is for you. Your time will come. Share below. Subscribe to Revenge Tempest for more triumph tales, and hit the bell for updates. Until next time, rule on.